Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei. This is the morning forecast show. We are live every single morning, a couple hours before the opening bell. Today's news and special is on Nvidia's earnings. Nvidia will be reporting earnings today. We are here to get prepared for that. I believe that this could be what decides whether we stay in a bull market or if this is the end of the bull market and we're going into a bear market. Nvidia has a massive effect on the market, and today we will witness the Nvidia earnings. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to get ready for it in this show. We're going to have the build up to it, and then later on today we'll be covering the earnings call live. So all you have to do to make sure you are a part of it is press the like button and also make sure you are subscribing. So press the subscribe button, notify yourself. We'll be covering it live when the earnings call is. In today's show, whether you're watching it live or later, we'll be diving into what really matters, how to prepare for it. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We are on the road to 100,000. Strange I'm going to say that, but I'm saying we're still on the road to 100,000. Hopefully by the end of today we'll get there, but as Martyn said, we are focusing on what matters right now. Crypto manipulation is one of the stories that we've been covering recently, and Nvidia earnings. Let's get past all of this. Let's get past of what's important for the market, which is Nvidia earnings and the crypto manipulation stories that we've been covering. And then we will come on to celebrating the 100,000 subscribers with a good few events, $1,000 giveaways, merch giveaways. We've got charity events. We've got the party. So much coming up, but we need to focus on. We've done this right. My shirt looked a bit weird this morning. We need to focus on what matters most, and right now is Nvidia's earnings. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's get straight into it. Do remember that the merch drops. I know a lot of people tried to get it yesterday, and a lot of people were not very happy with not being able to get it. Unfortunately, it does sell out very, very quickly. Yesterday's one, the poster and all the mugs sold out in less than 1 minute. I will give a heads up because I know a lot of the members are in the show this morning. As soon as they get the notification, they're on. So I'll give you a little warning for everyone watching right now. On the hour, in 15 minutes time, in 16 minutes time, the next collection will just go live. So get ready for on the hour. If you missed it yesterday, if you haven't got this collection yet, then on the hour, you'll be able to get your 7 out of 10 mugs, 7 out of 10 poster. And there will only be, today will finish because tomorrow the 10 out of 10 will be a slightly different. It will be donated to charity. So we're going to sell them. The proceeds from it will go to charity. And in that case, we'll be raising the prices tomorrow for the mug. So if you want these founder mugs, you've got the 7, 8, and 9 coming out today. But the 7, it's your last chance. Today is the last chance. You'll never be able to have these beautiful picture frames and mugs anymore. This is the 100,000 celebration. But I'm giving you guys a heads up before we get into the news. On the hour, you will be able to get 7 out of 10 if you're watching this later as a video during the Nvidia earnings, and throughout the day there'll be only 2 more available, and then it's finished. Okay, so let me go into the newsletter for today. The deep dive today is on Nvidia's print today equals a macro in disguise, and that's essentially what it is. What we're going to get today, this earnings event, is not just all about Nvidia. It only affects Nvidia. This will affect the whole market. It's as if we're getting a CPI print, a PPI print, a jobs data report. It's like a macro data point is coming out. And in fact, it's actually more, you understand a little bit more about what's going on in the market and what's driving the market. Because remember, AI is what's driving this bull market. And if you look at what Nvidia's earnings do, it's sort of giving you that data point. It will be explaining what the general market's doing. It will be explaining what these big companies, are they still buying Nvidia's chips? Are they still investing into AI? Is money still going to be made in AI? And essentially what's going to happen is when we get these earnings, earnings from Nvidia, because it's such a large company, so influential, it is as if we're getting a macro piece of data. So Nvidia's print tonight is not just an earnings call, it's a macro print in disguise. So why does Nvidia matter so much? So why does Nvidia matter as much as a macro print? Oh, Dherm Man 001. I've just seen your comment. I start cancer treatment today. Any love, Dherm Man? I really hope you have a successful journey. We are all here with you. Remember, this is a family. Not only do we all support each other with our investments, this is a community, this is a family. Man, we are all here for you. We will all be praying for you. You've got an online family here. This is what we've created. We're not like other channels that don't recognize these comments. We do. Man, we are sending you love, we are sending you prayers. The whole family will be doing that. So if everyone can send some love to Herman and 001, that will be amazing. Yeah, Martyn's already on it. Wish you all the best, says Thorsten. Yeah, let's get good luck and great recovery, dear Herman. Yes, let's get some love in the chat for dear Herman. We are all supporting you on your journey. Let me get back into this while everyone's giving some love. It's all in my head, literally. Have a great doc. Brilliant, brilliant. Well, you'll get through it, we are sure. And we will support you throughout the way. So Nvidia isn't another stock anymore. It's the fulcrum of AI trade, and by extension a core driver of index level returns. As of late July, Nvidia's weight in the S&P 500 was 7.83%, the largest single stock share on record, and bigger than than 5 entire S&P sectors. That is a massive weighting to one stock in an index, and this is why some people are now saying you're sort of relying on only a few stocks. You've got this illusion that you are invested in quite a few companies, whether it's 500 or 1,000, depending on your ETF. But in fact, you're very much investing in 5 companies. And some people are now concerned about how the S&P is weighted, this, that, and the other. Some people love it. Some people would say, and I'm sure Martyn will be in this category, that they want to be exposed to the tech more because that's what's bringing the returns. But it's interesting to note that there's about 8% of the S&P 500 is in Nvidia. And again, this is why it's so important. That is nearly a quarter. That is the largest ever. So in the history of the S&P 500, no one has ever been that high, and also it's bigger than 5 entire S&P sectors. So are you truly diversified is another question people would ask. In some sessions this year alone, it contributed to nearly a quarter of the S&P 500 return. So it's 7% or today is 7% of, or about 8% of the weighting of the S&P 500, but it actually accounted for nearly a quarter, like 25% of the S&P 500 year-to-date return. So massive influence on the S&P 500. Of course, it's a massive influence on the Nasdaq and the broader market as well. So in the Nasdaq 100 or the QQQ, it's roughly 10% of the fund. That concentration means one company's guidance can shift passive flows, factor baskets, and VAR across the street like CPI in stock form. Another piece of interesting news that will give us an insight of what's going to happen tonight, or at least how volatile it's going to be, is options are telegraphing macro sales stakes. Pricing implies a 6% post-earnings swing, about 260 billion market cap move, enough to tug headline indices on its own. That's why traders often treat the print like a macro date point rather than a single name event. So again, that's why I'm calling this a macro data point, macro event, because not only is it earnings, we can see the effect it can have. It's as if we're getting CPI tonight. For my calculations, we are looking at about, if an average of around a 6% move tonight, unless there's something massively volatile or something that's awful or something that's amazing. I am expecting about a 6% swing tonight, a 6% volatility tonight, whether that's the upside, downside. Obviously, I can't predict the future, but that's sort of what I'm expecting, unless there's a massive surprise. I'm looking at about a 6% swing tonight, whether it's the upside or downside. Obviously, I don't know, but we'll see what happens with the earnings. Under the hood, Nvidia's print acts as a read through the AI capex cycle. GPUs, HBM memory, advanced packaging, networking, and on a hyper scaling and a hyper spending from Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta, which recently ramped budgets. Strong demand signals from Nvidia have repeatedly aligned with upside for AI exposed tech, semis, power utilities, and data center infrastructure. So remember, I'm sure everyone knows, but Nvidia isn't just selling to just the general public. The big companies in the world, whether it's Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta, and a lot more, they're buying from Nvidia. All their data centers are coming from Nvidia. They need Nvidia. So you look at Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta's earnings, and you go, wow, AI is actually doing really well in their earnings. And now we've got evidence that they're increasing their budgets for AI spending. That is going to have an effect on Nvidia's earnings. And of course, we're hoping that they beat on earnings, and that will flow back into the S&P 500, and you can continue the bull market. But this is what this is what Wall Street is expecting tonight. This is what is going to be the gauge. If it's above this, then you're beating on earnings. If it's severely above this, then you're really beating on earnings and you get a massive move. If you're below this, then that's when the issues come in play. But it's always good to know what we're looking out for before it comes out. What the Wall Street expects tonight: physical Q2 full FW 26 May to July. When results after close, the call is at 10 p.m. UK time, and it's about 2 p.m. Pacific time as well. We'll be covering it live on the show. So the consensus into the print, this is what analysts are expecting, this is what the market is going off. The revenue is looking to be about 46 billion, 53% up year on year. That's what we're expecting. Just like we get data, CPI data and PPI data, and we prepare for that in the morning and we've got the numbers, this is what we're expecting. If it's above it, it'll be bad. If it's below it, it'll be good. That's for PPI and CPI. The same thing applies to these earnings, and especially if that was the most important earnings of the year is always Nvidia, and I've explained why, but this is exactly the same. So look at these numbers, and this is what we're expecting, what the market's expecting, and you take the gauge from there. So if the revenue is a lot above 46 billion, then it's probably a very good sign. If the earnings per share growth is what we're expecting, or analysts are expecting, is 49%. The gross margin adjusted is about the 72% range. The Q3 guide was around 53 billion. So this is what we are expecting. Obviously above it will be better, below it would be concerning. These are the key guardrails the market is using tonight. China is the swing factor. So we do have something that we need to keep an eye out for. What's actually happened recently, and we've covered it in the newsletter. Excuse me. We've covered it in the newsletter. Recently, it's this new tariff. Or it's not really a tariff, it's sort of a tax, where there's a new arrangement with China that if you're selling to China, you have to pay 15% to the US government. The chip manufacturer, Nvidia, has to pay 15% to the US government of, I think it's the revenue, to the US government because they're selling to China. We haven't seen the effect of that on any of the other earnings before. This is the first time we're going to see what effect that actually has on the earnings. Eddie Puckett, bless you, thank you. I thought I was muted, right? You still saw. So yeah, China is the swing factor. Nvidia can sell into China's under a new agreement, but must share 15% of those sales with the US government. So they're still allowed to. Remember, there was a point where we were worried there's going to be a 30% tariff, 50% tariff, 100% tariff, or you can't sell to China. Basically, what they came up with in the end, and it seems like it's sticking, is you can sell to China, no worries at all, but pay us 15%. That's the US government's that's what Trump wanted, and that's what he's got. So a headwind for margins and a watch item on guidance. So it's the first time we might see an effect from it, especially in the next earnings, but they will talk about it, they'll give guidance on it, and we'll see if it's had an effect on their margins. That could be the one thing we don't know how to price in yet, because we haven't quite understood it yet. We haven't seen the effects yet. That could be a shock factor in today's earnings. So the stock set up, the shares are up about 13% of the last month into the print. Expectations are hot. The market is obviously rallying into this, thinking it will be a good one. It's even rallying this morning. It was up 1% yesterday. It's up another 0.71% today. I mean, a lot of money. It takes a lot of money to move this, even a percent. So people are certainly optimistic about today's earnings. I mean, I hadn't looked at this chart. We haven't had a request, or I don't actually think I own Nvidia. So I haven't had a look at this chart for a while, but then I looked at it and I was like, wow, it's gone up a lot in the last couple of months. And then I remember when we were looking at a trade setup, and we kept saying, we were bearish when I was at $150, and then we said $100 is an amazing price to be getting in. Again, it's not financial advice, it's just from a chart perspective, $100 looked great. And then also this upward sloping trend line at $88. Around the $97, $87, we were super bullish on Nvidia, and then it broke out of the downtrend. And then ever since it really broke out of this this downtrend, I've been super bullish on it, but I haven't seen the effect of it. It's just slowly every single day just been going up quite nicely, and we've passed all-time highs. We've hit our first target of $172, and we're hoping to see if we get our second target. Remember, these targets were from $100. The first target was $172, and the next target is $194. I hope to see $194, but worst case scenario, if I was in that trade, I would have already taken my my first level of profit at $173. The next target's $194, and then the third target will be $233. But a lot of money is needed to move this stock now, and I was just wanted to share that. I was pretty surprised when I looked at the chart. I thought we would be maybe $180 or 100. No, sorry, I thought we might be just above all-time highs at 160, 170, but we're at $180 today. So a beautiful trade that we caught back in April of 2025. Just thought I'd share that with you. But here we go. Again, it's about today's earnings. What's good, what's bad, what we're looking out for tonight. If you have just tuned in, please do make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you have subscribed on the show as well. Get ready for the Nvidia earnings tonight. It's going to have an effect on everything. In 1 minute's time, you are going to have access to it's available now. I'm pretty sure it's available now. I'm not gonna say what's available now, because I'm sure a lot of you, the original members, were here in the morning. But yeah, it's just gone live. I'm not gonna say what. Let's see how long it takes this time. Yesterday it was 1 minute. Maybe it's 30 seconds today. I'll check back in a second. I want the members that were here when the show started, the ones that had their notification bell on, to benefit from it first. So I'm not going to mention anything for now. So good versus bad. Simple thresholds to watch. Thinking in bands, not single numbers. The reaction will hinge on revenue, margins, and forward guide. So the bullish and risk on, this is when the market will perform well. Let me just make sure this is okay. Where has it gone? 1 second. Let me make sure that's all okay. Okay. So the bullish, the risk on, this is when the market will pump. So if the revenue is above 47 billion, so remember this is the forecast, 46 billion. What we want to see is revenue above 47 billion, and also the Q3 guidance above 54 to 55, because what we're expecting is the guidance to be 53 billion. But if it's a bit higher, 54, 55 billion, that would be great. If revenue's at 47 billion compared to what we're expecting at 46, that would be great. So more than or equal to these numbers. Obviously, the higher the numbers are, the more the explosive the move to the upside will be. If it's lower than these numbers, then that's really concerning. So the gross, it's all selling out. It's all selling. Gross margin more than or equal to 73%. So shows pricing strength despite China drag. Should have done 1 to 100 on the merch TC market. We want to. Yeah, it's not about selling as many as we can. It's about having some fun, and only the we don't want everyone having, otherwise it's not exclusive. It's the ones that are the fans of the show. These things on the shop sell out faster than a TV on Black Friday, says Eddie Puckett. I'm so sorry. There will be a few more chances. I think there is still something available on the shop. Alex Hunt sold out. Is it? Is it already sold out? I'll come on to it in a second. I think there's something available. Is one of the items still available? I think one of the items is still available. Gross margin, we talked about that. So we want that to be above 74%. The confident commentary that AI infrastructure demand from hyperscalers remains strong. That's when they will do their speech at the end or in the beginning or answer their questions. We just want to see, are the big companies still demanding lots of chips and whatever Nvidia sells? Why it matters. Validates the AI spend cycle and supports a broader tech rally, the S&P 500. So if you think you don't care about Nvidia, you don't hold Nvidia, doesn't matter to you, well, it's unfortunately, it might not matter to you, but it will definitely matter to your portfolio, even if you're not buying Nvidia, because it validates this whole AI spend cycle. All companies are spending on AI. If we start seeing that there's no reason for it, it's not working, or there's no demand for it anymore, basically that will put an end to the bull market, and all your most of your portfolio will be going down, especially if you're in these risk on assets. So why does it matter? Well, it validates the AI spend cycle and supports a broader tech rally. The S&P 500, the QQQ, semi ETFs, and the mega caps that buy Nvidia's chips. So that will be bullish. That will be the bullish risk on numbers that we would get tonight. What would be mixed and choppy? Well, it would depend on the fine. The revenue is around the 46 billion plus or minus 0.5. The guidance is 52 to 53 billion, sort of where we're expecting it, and margins roughly at 72%. So about where the analyst expectations are. Why will it be mixed or choppy? Well, it will all depend on the details. What are they going to say? How are they going to answer the questions? Because the revenue is not looking like it's a beat. The guidance is staying the same. The margins are roughly the same. So nothing to go off there. So it will be choppy. It will be volatile. And the market will be waiting to see what they say to make a decision, because they do want the market to either go up or down. But if the revenue, the guidance, the margins aren't going to tell them if the stock should go up or down, it will be in the details, what they say about the China tariff, what they say about in answers to the Q&A, who's buying their chips, this, that, and the other. So the market chops as traders debate peak growth versus elevated demand. Yes. It also, if you start rounding off and you're not beating expectations anymore, traders and investors might start debating, is this the end? Are we peaking out on the growth side of this AI cycle? Are we peaking out? All sold out again in 2 minutes. Yeah. All gone again. Thank you, Martyn, for keeping us updated. I didn't want to tell anyone what I was talking about, because we mentioned it once at the beginning of the show, but everyone knew what we were talking about. So all sold out again in 2 minutes. Let's have a look. So this is the website here. Let me give it a refresh. 7 out of 10. Remember that we had the 3 mugs, the poster, 1 refresh. Yeah, all sold out. Every single one sold out. 3 chances left, only ever. Yes. Exactly right, Martyn. And one of those chances is going to be a fun one on the charity day. So It'll be a fairly expensive chance, but it will be for charity. But so effectively, only 2 chances left. So I hope everyone gets it. The charity one will be fun as well. It won't be too expensive, but it will be. We're doing something fun for the 10 out of 10. Challenge accepted. What's the challenge, Benjamin? These items don't last long. No, they don't, JJ Ball. In 2 minutes today, and I didn't even give the link today. I didn't even give the link. Everyone just found it themselves. Challenge accepted. Subscribe to Sensei News. Thank you, David Hensley, for all the links. Thanks for all you're doing, David. Really appreciate it. I appear to have amassed 386,000K over a lifetime of Boosin AX. I own 360K of Nvidia stock. Pray for me. Wow. Wow, Matt Dillon, it's going to be a volatile day for you. Great. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, the crazy thing is, you don't even, if you were buying Nvidia 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you didn't even need to be putting in that much, but because of the doubling effect and just it's doubled, it's probably doubled 10, 20 times since. Even if you had like $5,000 in it, you'll probably have the same amount that you have today. So I don't know how early you bought it, but I will be praying for you, Matt Dillon. It's going to be a crazy night for you. You're going to see some big swings. I hope it goes well. Please do manage your risk. And again, nothing we say is financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. Even if I lose all my money, I did get 100 sub mark. Yeah, there you go. At least you've got something physical. You've got something. Thanks to you've pumped me up, and what a beautiful day is in North Carolina. Oh, D Herman, thank you. So we're always here for you, mate. We are always here for you. We are a family, the best family on YouTube. I call BS. Well, Isaac, we don't lie on the channel. I don't know what you're talking about. The doubling effect. The Dublin effect. Are they an island? Cherry. No, I don't mean Dublin. I mean the doubling. Double. The money doubles, and then it's what is it they say? Would you take $1 million, or would you want a penny to double 20 times, or something like that? Well, I don't know. But in theory, you would take the penny that doubles 20 times because it'll be more. I'm gonna have to check that now. Am I right? I need to get a calculator out. Calculator. 0.1 times 2 to the power of. No. Good. 0.1 times. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Damn, I was hawking the store and the 10 minutes I didn't check it, all sold out. Oh, Seth Houston, I'm so sorry, mate. I did try and say it at the beginning of the show. There will be another couple chances today. I really want you to get one. You've been a member for over a year. You really do deserve one, but you have to be very on top of it. Unfortunately, they sell out, or fortunately, I don't know what to say, literally within minutes. So what we're going to do, there's going to be number 8 out of 10 in Martyn's show. In Martyn's show after this, probably not at the start of it, possibly around the time where the bell goes. Let me say 5 minutes before the bell goes. If you miss your chance now, Seth Houston, or anyone else, 5 minutes before the opening bell today, we'll release number 8 out of 10. Yeah, we'll do that. 5 minutes before the opening bell, we'll release number 8 out of 10. So hopefully you have doubles every day for 30 days. Doubles every day for 30 days. There we go. Thank you, Martyn. The Dublin, brilliant, yeah. A penny a day and double it every day for a month. Right. Thank you, guys. 30 times. But imagine if you start at a pound. If you double a pound or a dollar, it'd probably be many less times. Anyway, yeah, the double effect is crazy. Obviously, it's very, you understand it, but when you actually look into it, it's very crazy. And that's why getting into a stock early, like Nvidia 5 years ago, whether it was Tesla at $10, whether it's a crypto coin at 2 cents and it goes to 10 cents, or if it's at $1 and it goes to $100. If you're in at the beginning, maybe not even the very beginning, but the fact that you put a small amount of money in and it just doubles, and then it doubles, and then it doubles, and then it doubles, and before you know it, you've got a massive investment. I'm paying the cost to be the boss, my man. I don't mind showing a screenshot. Matt Dillon, you don't need to do that, mate. You don't need to show a screenshot. I believe you. We believe you. The family believes you. It was a non-member that came in and said that. You've been a member for over a year, Matt Dillon. We know you. We believe you. You don't need to prove it at all. Thank you, Matt Dillon. Hey, Sensei. Hello, Keith. How you doing? VIX is still flat as a pancake. It's really not the best indicator anymore anyway. Yeah, roger that. I'll be on it. There you go. 5 minutes before the opening bell, number 8 out of 10. Seth Houston, be ready. Make sure you have your autofill ready. There's some snipers in the shop at the moment. They're I don't know who's buying it, but people are maybe buying it to sell it. I don't know. Sensei said that there was only one 100,000 sub mug. I ordered it and got it, so I believe it was the last 100,000 sub mug. David Hensley, yeah, each of them are unique. I don't quite know what you mean. These are the mugs. Every day we're bringing out 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 will be a charity one, so it's a bit different. But each of them are unique. They have the number written on it. So right now there's none available, but if there was one available, I'll just say this is the last one. And then we'll move on to the next one. So hopefully that explains it, David Hensley. Let me know what number you got. And if everyone can please send a picture with your mugs in to Discord, or if you follow us on X, send us a picture there. If you're not in the Discord, that'll be great. Send us a mug. We really want to celebrate this moment with all the members. If you've got the mug, if you've got the poster, please send pictures in with you, the mug, the poster. It will be amazing. Some of you should start receiving it in the next day or two. If Nvidia sells out to 165, I'll start buying again. Haven't bought any Nvidia since April. 165. It could start a sell-off to there. I don't think we'll get anywhere near 165 on tonight's call, unless we have a complete. Actually, yeah. Unless it's if it's a really bad earnings, you might drop 10%. I'm expecting about 6-7% volatility today, so. On the downside, I'm expecting $172. On the upside, I'm expecting $194. Doubling a single UK penny for over 30 days results in an incredible $10 million, £10 million, with the amount gained on the very last day being equal to all the gains from the previous 29 days combined. It's crazy when you think about it, and it's the same with investing. If you sell out and you miss one double, all that hard work for all those years, that last double, and I love that you mentioned that, Joey, that last double was the same to all the gains in the last 29 days. If you sell out one day early, or if you sell out one double too early, all of those last days that you've been invested, you could have had all of those gains within another double, but you sold out too early. So there is something very powerful about buying with conviction and holding. And not selling too early, and believing in your investment and holding it for until where it goes. So yeah, there's something very. A lot of people do miss out. They sell too early, and that's not me saying don't take profits. Oh.
Adole Gunderson IHH donated 100 Norwegian kroner through a super chat. Hello Sensei Smile, what are the future prospects for XDC and Floor? When can one expect to see a significant increase in value per coin? What needs to happen for this to occur?
Thank you, Olin. I'll reply to that in a second. Let me just give you my final thoughts on this. So yeah, this is not me saying don't sell or don't take profits. It's just me saying if you've got the money and you've invested in something and you believed in it, well, why did you buy it? What were you expecting? Sometimes a lot of us, I'm guilty of it. I'm sure a lot of people are guilty of it. We sell too early, and then you look back on it and go, "Wow, if I just held." And then that double effect, and then you start seeing it will have doubled again, it will have doubled again, it will have doubled again, and that's when you start making serious money. Is if you believe in an investment and you hold it. The people that sold Nvidia at $20 after a double or a couple doubles, imagine if they held it today, how much money they would have right now. I mean, you look at Nvidia's chart and you just go back to where it was in 2019, for example, or 2018, it went down to about $2. Someone might have sold it at $10. They doubled their money doubled their money twice, 2.5 times, and they sold. However, imagine if they held until today. How many times would their money have doubled? They would have had massive gains, and they probably believed in AI. They probably believed in chips. But did they believe enough? Did they think they should take profits because they made 200-300%? Maybe it's the right thing to do, but it's also a big shame because you'll never end up making a huge amount of money if you don't hold with conviction. Einstein talked about the magic of compounding. Thank you, Martyn. Yeah, it's incredible. I don't think people talk about it enough. If Nvidia sells down to $165, I'll start buying again. Thank you. Doubling a single penny. Thank you, Joey. We answered that. Where was I? Let me go to that super chat in a second. I just want to make sure we are in time. Love your still lads. That keep it up. 1 million like and subscribe, folks. Yeah, thank you. We will get there. We will get there. Hoping in a few years' time we will be there. Dumb question, but how often / when should I put into the S&P 500? Benjamin, unfortunately, I can't give advice. I have no idea what your situation is. Everyone's situation is different. I can tell you what a few people are doing. What Martyn does is he buys with conviction. He buys on the dip. He buys when he has the money. He also buys with margin. What do I do? Well, previously when I had a job, the paycheck will come in and I would invest it straight away. So my best way of, yes, it's sort of dollar cost averaging, but at the same time, I am buying with conviction at that point because as soon as that money comes in, I am buying it no matter what the price is, and also keeping a bit of money on the side for a dip. Some people just buy daily, monthly, works well from them. Some people just wait for recessions and buy down there. The issue of that is, what if it doesn't come? The recession doesn't come. At the end of the day, the number one rule is put your money in long term. You look back in it in 5, 10, 15 years, very, very high likelihood it's much higher than when you put it in. So essentially, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how often and when. As much as you can, whenever you can. But again, make sure it's affordable. And that's not me giving advice. It's just my thoughts. Don't forget Martyn's $1,000 giveaway, XRP, folks. Yes, free. Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Caden. I can't believe you're not a member and you seem like you'll fit into this family right away. Let me give you this. Give you this link. You're a very positive person, Kali Dan Man. I'll give you the membership link. It's a couple dollars. Do consider joining. Good morning, family. Thang Gunmung, welcome in. Also, consider becoming a member. 8 out of 10 is mine for sure, says Benjamin. Oh, I think you've got some competition. Let's see if he can. Let me reply to them. What would be better buy at the moment, Nvidia or Meta? Don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at both the charts. Everyone missing our IREN, AI data centers earnings coming up. Sorry, I've got a super chat that I really want to get to. Here it is. Hello, Sensei. What is your future prospects for 100 Norwegian kroner? Thank you very much. How much is that? $10? 100 Norwegian kroner. We've got quite a few Norwegian fans as well. Matthias is our number one gifter. You can see him on the screen. Number one super chat of all time on my show. $150 from Matthias. And he's from Norway as well. Yeah, $10. Thank you very much, Ollie. What is your future prospects for XDC and Flare? So in all honesty, I don't know a huge amount about XDC. I've heard good things about it. I'm sure it will perform well. I know the XRP community like it, and that's things I look for. I've heard good things about the technology, but I know it's a much smaller market cap, and it's I'm not too. I don't know too much about XDC. I'm not too majorly bullish on it. Do I hold any? I don't think so. Is that for any specific reason? No. I like the idea of it, but I'm sure it can do very well. But I don't know enough about it. And Flare. So what's the future prospect for XDC? I think XDC will perform well. From what I know about it, from how the XRP community like it, and what the sentiment is around it, I think it will do well. What's the future prospects for Flare? I think the future prospects for Flare, just because I know the technology a bit better. I've seen the CEO, I've met not the CEO, the founder, all that sort of stuff. And what it's doing and how it's working with the XRP and the sentiment with the XRP community, and how they did the airdrop for the XRP community, and how they're doing the oracles better than Chainlink, and how they're providing yield on XRP. I think Flare will do very well. Market cap's pretty small. I think it would do well towards the end of the bull market. Remember, this bull market needs to continue. Nvidia needs to perform well. PPI, CPI needs to be good. Rate cuts need to happen. Bull market needs to continue. And then hopefully in November, December, we get an altcoin season. And then that's when these smaller market cap coins will run. If we don't get an altcoin season, these small caps unfortunately won't run. And that's one of the risks we're investing in these smaller market cap tokens. But yeah, Flare, I think will do very well. I can expect a 10x, 100x on Flare. Probably the same on XDC as well, but I'm a bit more confident in my investment with Flare. It's a much larger part of my portfolio than a lot of altcoins. When can one expect to see significant increase in value per coin? I would expect November, December if the bull market continues in an altcoin season. Remember, money goes into Bitcoin, Ethereum, large caps, then the smaller caps, and these coins fall into smaller caps. And for that to happen, the bull market needs to continue. If the bull market falls short, then again, we're looking at 2030. But again, not financial advice. I don't know what the future holds. I expect this to happen in November, December, January. What needs to happen for this to occur? The bull market needs to continue. What time is the report being released? It will be after hours today. Let's hope you... I missed a few comments up here. Oh, you worded it wrong. Sorry, David Hensley. I thought you just meant there's only ever going to be one mug. I was hoping I didn't miscommunicate that. 8 out of 10 is yours, says Benjamin. And I don't think I ever have had any money. Sorry, I said that wrong. Yesterday, you said that there was one mug left out of 100,000. I got lucky and got it. Oh, right. Okay. Got it. Thank you, David. Dear Herman, be strong. We are here for you. Yes. Dear Herman is going through cancer treatment starting very soon. So we are sending our love to him. This is a family. Remember, we are all here for each other. This isn't like the other channels that would just make videos and they don't know their community. We care about everyone. We know everyone by name. And it's always going to be like that. I'll lose 40k, but hope to make 60k. I hope you make some money today, Matt Dillon. I got 40 shares of Nvidia with an average of 88.58. Amazing, and going to continue to hold. Good luck to you, JJ8ball. What time is the report being released? We're not... And when I was talking about that doubling effect and the doubling effect, I don't think Nvidia is going to do another 10x. It's just pretty impossible. Maybe like with inflation it will in the future, but it's too late. Not to continue holding and but too late to get mega rich on Nvidia with a small amount of money. It's just the facts. I mean, Nvidia's not going to do a 10x, unfortunately. But again, I would hold Nvidia, but I wouldn't be thinking, okay, I'm going to hold my Nvidia now. And this is not specifically to you, JJ. It's just a thought that's come into my head. I'm not going to be looking at Nvidia today and go, this is going to double, then double, then double, then double, then double, and my $3,000 investment is going to turn into $1 million, because it probably won't. Or it's very, 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 it's pretty much impossible to do that at this point, unless you're talking 50 years in the future and you're looking at inflation moving your money to $1 million. So unfortunately, with some specific stocks, ETFs, the doubling effect the compounding effect is still there. So if you're only looking for quite good gains, 20%, 30%, it's still very much applicable, especially with the S&P 500 and Nvidia. But if you're looking for a life-changing investment with one company, you're not looking at ETFs, you're not looking at Nvidia today, you're looking at up and coming things, and you're putting in potentially $1,000 and it might double 50 times, or 10 times or 20 times. That's when you need to buy with conviction and just take the risk. It might go to zero. I can afford for it to go to zero, but I believe in the company and I'm going to hold it until it does hit 50,000, 100,000, 500,000. What time is the report being released? It will be after hours today, so after the bell. Better to make 11 naturals on the come out. Better to make 11 naturals on the come out roll and crabs table. More fun at least. I don't know how to play crabs, so I don't quite understand the 11 naturals, but I'm sure some people will. Good afternoon, Sensei. Hello, Kaz. Welcome into the show. Hope you're doing well. Big day today, Nvidia earnings. We're going to be covering it live on the show. It might even be more important than a PPI and CPI print. We've been talking today about how it's like a data point, and that's going to affect the whole market, whether you hold Nvidia or not. The problem with investing long term to get these gains is that you have to live a very long enough. The compounding bank balance that's what I'm saying. So, well, not really. You don't have to live a very long time. You can have the compounding effect in 5-10 years. Or if you started when you were much younger. But what I was talking about is, yes, there's that compounding effect. It's amazing, and it's still worth it, whether you're doing the S&P 500 or buying Nvidia today. But one thing is these people that bought Nvidia in 2019 or bought Tesla in 2018 or bought Meta, I don't know, in 2000 or Apple in 2000 or Amazon in 2000 and that crash, if they didn't sell, the fact that it's doubled so many times, there will literally be 100%, even if they invested $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, they'll be millionaires just from that one investment. The issue is people sell too early. Not going to bash anyone for taking profits, but unfortunately people sell too early and they don't experience the doubles. They don't experience the money doubling again and doubling again and doubling again. And by one point, as someone mentioned, on the 30th day of doubling, obviously the market's not going to double in 30 days, but let's say it's on a monthly return. On the 30th month of the double, the last 29 months of your investment you made in a month. So that's what I mean by the doubling effect. Do you think PCE will affect the market? Yes. When is PCE? Is that on Friday or Thursday? PCE inflation data. Not sure when it is. I have to check for that. Yeah, I do think it will affect the market. Do you think PCE 90x? It's actually over 5 million. The 10 million if you start off doubling on the first day. If on the first day you got 1 pence and then it's 5 million, it just depends if you have the penny on it. It's crazy. Like one little day can make, the double effect is crazy. Morning, Martyn. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Oh my God, I love that joke. I need to turn that into a poster. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Very, very true. Goodness. I hope you're not the one paying it. I really hope people aren't going down the trap of the credit cards and stuff like that. Some people have to. They fall into the trap, and I hope you do everything in your power to get yourself out of that trap. Because it's the complete opposite, but in a terrible way. Now I know where my ex got that when we were going through divorce. Now I know where my ex got that when we were going through divorce. Got what? Most crypto rises and falls based on hype. Track social media engagement. I use AI for this. If folks aren't talking about crypto, it won't be rising. Yeah, we've got a lot of tools on the show as well. Probably I don't know what AI tools you're looking at, but we've got very, very good tools that we look at, and we're going to be using more when we come to the peak. I want to get this. If we do get into bull market, we do get into the parabolic phase. The most important part is being able to sell, and I've got lots of social metrics I'll be looking at. Give you a few examples here. We're looking at different Twitter accounts and their followings. We're looking at the social metrics. We've got on-chain data. We've got so much that we will be bringing to you when it matters the most, which is getting out in a bear market, before a bear market, if we do get that euphoric run. And yeah, I do agree with you. A lot of it is based on hype. It's debated on whether Epstein actually said this. Thank you, Jerry. I love food drama, and every time I see that scene, I always wish that was possible. Smash, I don't actually understand what's going on. Smash that, I've never watched that. Smash the like, guys. Let's try and get 130 likes. Yes, please do hit that like button. Glad someone got the reference. He buys under value. Oh, great. I didn't get the reference, Jerry. Love it, thank you. Good morning from DFW. Hit the like on the way in. My strategy is to keep all my long-term investings, about 50% of my portfolio, in long futures. The other 50% I trade short-term. Short-term could be 5 minutes or 5 days. Thank you for sharing that with us. Jerry, £7, £7.32. What are we talking about? Thank you, David. Buy good companies and hold for sure, Sensei. Martyn taught me that when I started with him and I was using stop losses. Yeah, buy good companies and hold for sure. Buy with conviction. Sensei, what do you think about XRP? XXRP. Is XXRP the 2x leveraged one? XXRP. Yeah, it is the 2x leverage. I wouldn't really bother with it. The fees will be pretty high, and if you're doing shorter term trades, then yeah, it makes sense. But if you're just going to hold that long term, probably just better to go onto an exchange and go with 2x leverage. I'm sure it's not the best way to leverage buy XRP in the long term. If you just want to be buying it for a month, or hopefully a lower time frame than that, maybe a day trade or a few day trade, it makes more sense to use a leveraged ETF. But again, not financial advice. I just wouldn't use it. Good afternoon from the UK. Hello, Mark. Well, I'm also in the UK. I have one share of Nvidia at $134 waiting to get rich. I love it, bounce back. We all... you won't get rich from that, but you could certainly make some money. What are your thoughts on MDB? I didn't see the earnings. I haven't seen the earnings. Oh, well, get the altcoin run. I've been saying that for 2 years, for 2025, and it's becoming more and more real. Yes, Seth Houston, you've been here with us for a while. We've been talking about this bull market. We have seen amazing gains so far. Even if it ends, we saw some really good gains, but we're hoping to get that altcoin season, that final blow off top in the next few months. Getting very close now. What do you think about CAS? They're getting... Yeah, I like... is it Kasama or Casper? CAS? Either or. CAS USD. Casper, yeah. I heard good things about it. It's a new token, right? I think it is. 2023, 2022.
Fellows 98 donated $2 through a super chat. Can give me a chart reading on Zano blockchain.
Thank you so much, Toro, but unfortunately, if we have time, we'll do it, but it's a $4.99 super chat and we'll do the chart. But thank you. That's not just me being mean or anything. There's a lot of comments to get through, and also if I start doing it for $2, then everyone else would start getting annoyed. I paid $5. Why are you doing it for someone else for less money? It would just be chaotic. But if we have time, we'll do it. Until Nvidia releases their own AI-based crypto coin, good morning. Sorry, Casper question. Yeah, I think it's not a new token, but it launched in the bear market, so it's been doing well ever since. It's peaked in August 2024, so I'm sure it'll make new all-time highs, potentially $1 this cycle in a good altcoin season. Until Nvidia releases their own AI-based crypto. Good morning, Jerry and Elba. Yeah, Jerry and Elba are in the show. Oh, good morning, everyone. Jerry and Elba are here. Good morning, everyone watching. May you all have a beautiful day and night. God blessing. Jerry and Elba are always in my thoughts and prayers and in the family's thoughts and prayers. We love having you in the family. Where were we? Until Nvidia. I think Nvidia is going to pop and you're in for a short-term trade, then you should be buying Nvidia ETF at 2x. Yeah, as I was just saying, if you're doing short-term trades, then you can do the 2x leverage ones as a stock. And D. Herman has just told us about a leverage ETF for Nvidia. Oh, you've overdone it.
A Torborn Fellows 98 donated $10 through a super chat. My bad, lol.
Thank you very much, Torborn Fellows 98. You overdid it. You overshot. You overshot. Let's do it now for you. What was it again? It was what was it? You wanted us to have a look at something. Oh, Benjamin.
One donated $4.
Everyone's overdone it.
To a super chat for that guy that wanted a chart.
That's very kind, Benjamin. That's actually really kind. But we've overdone it again. We've 3 times the amount that's needed for a chart request. Let me do the chart then. For the guy that was the chart, what was the chart again? Here it is. Zano blockchain. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just having a look at the chart. Here we go. Zano blockchain. I always like to have a look at the market cap. 200 million. This is quite interesting. Let me go to the 1 week time frame. Quite interesting because it was around for 2021, went into its bear market, and it's probably been one of the best performing tokens of this cycle. So it does show a lot of strength, a very large amount of strength. Up 6,000% since the bottom. I mean, that's incredible. Are you too late? I don't know. But the chart is showing at the moment a lot of strength. So when you look at it, we'll do some... I've never looked at this chart, so just give me a second so we can get all the important levels on the chart. Just give me 1 second. I just need to have a look at the chart so at least we get some of the levels in place. So I'm just doing a few things. One is the Fibonacci levels, checking what it lines up to. Another thing was the horizontal support. I had a look for trend lines on the longer term time frames, which I'll add in now. Then we can go into the shorter time frames, and then I'll give you my full thoughts on it. So essentially, it's already done very, very well. So there will be some people that hold this token. And again, I don't know about the fundamentals behind it and what the token supply looks like behind the scenes and who holds what and what wallets are holding what. So again, it's still risky. $200 million market cap. It's probably a lot of it the founders hold or the team hold. So there's always a risk with these smaller market cap tokens that one person can sell and it has a massive effect. But the really good news is it shows a lot of strength. You launched in 2020, you had your bull market in 2021, you had your bear market, and the really, really bullish news is you didn't break your lows of 2020 in the bear market. That shows a lot of strength on that chart. The fact that in the bear market in 2022 and 2023, you didn't break below your 2020 lows. That shows higher lows, or at least the same low. Not many altcoins did that. Not even the legacy altcoins like the big ones. whether it's Polkadot or I don't know, a lot of the large cap cryptos. So that's really, really good. Shows a lot of strength. Then you broke out of the previous all-time highs in March 2024, went on a big run, had a correction, now you're going on a run. So there is a lot of strength in the token, looking great. Not many small market cap tokens you can say that about. The support, obviously you broke out of this range of previous all-time highs at $4.53. That would have been a perfect place to get involved. Again, no point looking at the back in history, but it's always worth noting. You've got this accumulation range. In a bear market, you didn't make new lows. You go to the all-time high. You can obviously see it's very strong resistance. Once you break out from it, you can wait for the retest. You see, you broke out, came in for the retest, back at 457, and then you did your big run. So always worth noting a good trade setup like that. But in theory, what you're doing right now, you did a big move up. A lot of people sold and took profits because you went on a massive move up. It went down 74%. But now you're trying to move up again. So you've got higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. All I would say now is it's a bit more risky than it was lower. However, the market structure doesn't look too terrible. In an altcoin season, this will fly, in my opinion, just by how it's already been trading. The levels to keep an eye out for is on the support level. It will be keeping hold of these higher low structures. So the support horizontal is at $11. The support on the upwards trend line will be around $10, $9, between $9.80 and $11, depending on when and if you come back to this downward support line. So I would certainly be looking to add to my position if I was holding this or buying around these levels between $9 and $11. However, we might not get that. We probably will, but we might not. If we break above $15, it's a very strong level of support on the weekly candle, on the weekly time frame, which is a very important time frame to keep an eye on. But we're above $15 right now. If you break above $15.50, $15.60, not only do you break that level of resistance we're at now, you also break the level of resistance on this daily time frame around $15.30. You also break this downward sloping trend line from the all-time high to the levels you're at now. So I think above $15.50, you're looking at potentially all-time highs at $18. Then you start targeting $26, $39, and $53, which will be sort of my targets in if the bull market continues. So support around $10 to $12, break through $15.50, and then you're on your way to all-time highs. But yeah, sometimes I'll just look at a chart and someone's super chatted for, and I just say, look, I'll give you a chart analysis, but it looks awful, and it looks like it's going to zero. It might have sudden random 100% moves up or 1,000% moves up because it's just very low market cap, or it looks awful, it was manipulated. This token's a bit different. I'm sure they're doing something right behind the scenes just by the look of that chart. But thank you for everyone who super chatted for that request. Let me go back here and go to your comments. Sensei, can you have a look at silver? I was actually going to have a look at silver anyway today. I'll have a quick look at it. I think it's just above support, isn't it? Yeah, it's just above support, $38. Obviously, Better Wellness Company is a sponsor and a member for over a year, so we'll have a quick look at it. But yeah, above $38, I'm looking at $44. And crypto bearish on the short term. That's what we've been saying for the month since the end of July 25th, 22nd of July, we started going bearish on crypto. Then we had big corrections. Then I said we are in Ethereum season. Ethereum will do well. XRP will go sideways, along with most of the altcoin market, and that's what's been happening. So yeah, we are still in the short-term bearish, short-term sideways. I think that could change by mid-September. Praying for you, buddy. Keep your head up and stay strong. You got this. My dad had head and neck cancer. 4 specialists gave him 60 days to live back in 2008. He's still here with us. Wow, JJ Abel. What a story. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think that'll help a lot of people that are watching this. Stay strong, especially D. Heron, man. Breaking news, 4 out of 5 dentists agree that smashing Sensei's like button will whiten your teeth. The 5th dentist was paid off by Fight Channel. I love it. Yeah, what David Hensley said. Smash the like button. Bounce is only 6 months old and has plenty of time. Bounce is 6 months old. I don't know what's going on. Love the show, Sensei. What platform do you leverage crypto in the UK? KuCoin. Is crypto, and I just go on their futures rather than margin. Is crypto bearish on the short term? I've answered that. Kid Epstein, attributed quote. Thank you for the $10. Good morning, everyone. I so wanted to buy Cracker Barrel while it's down, but I can't based on the CEO's actions, even though they declined not to go forward with the rebrand. What was the CEO's actions, Andy Puckett? If you had $10,000 now, how would you invest it short term? Oh God. Oh, if I'm investing short term, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. I'll be. I don't know how to word it. I'll be expecting to lose. I would be going in knowing it can be much lower. Short-term investing is an art, and it's crazy. It's probably not the best idea for most people, and I wouldn't want to recommend short-term investments. If you gave me $10,000 today and I was investing my own $10,000, I don't know. Short-term, I have no idea. Everything I invest in, I'm ready to hold it long-term. There's no point me buying something unless I'm purely gambling, to buy something that I don't think will perform well long term. I might buy something that I think is going to perform well short term, and that's might be the big reason I'm buying it. However, in the back of my head is, can I hold this long term, and will this perform well over the long term as well? And that's probably the same with most of my crypto investments. I would buy XRP probably, or maybe some of it. XRP is a lot higher than when we used to buy it, but let's say I bought XRP, I wouldn't be expecting it to go up to $10. I'll be hoping, that's my expectation, that's what I think, but I'm also prepared for it to go into a bear market and go back down to $1 for 4 years. So I wouldn't just buy for a short-term investment. I don't really want to give you my thoughts on it because it's too much like financial advice. It's the thought that counts. Boss move. Is XTI worth a move? I haven't looked at it. I began yesterday listening to the classes you post on Discord for TA and financial advice candlesticks. It's really good. Thank you so much. Stage for Life is referring to our training course on Discord. If you want it as well, here is the link. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Stage for Life. If you've posted any comments, I'll look today and reply to any of your comments on the videos. Another one will probably be coming out next week. Does Nvidia earnings reflect largely on crypto market? Yeah, it will. Take a penny a day and double it every day for 30 days, or take $1 million. Take the penny. Yeah, we were discussing this earlier. EVTOLs have temporarily lost the luster. Will they shine again in time? They will shine again in time. Thank you. Have you done a China Lice on CRO yet? No, I haven't. Thanks for reminding me. Oh my God, has everyone seen CRO? We have been a big fan of this token on the show. Is James in the show today? James loves this token. Look at this. Up another 14% today. In the last 3 days, it's up 48%. We've been very bullish about this. We've been saying that there's going to be an ETF on this. I've been saying this is going to go to $1, and it's not even halfway there yet. But so much information. It's actually in the newsletter today. If you go to today's newsletter and look at CRO, here it is. Trump media partners, and we know this news. We knew this news. That's why I've been buying this news. That's why I've been bullish on CRO. The Trump media partners with Crypto.com on a $6.4 billion treasury deal. So Trump Media and Technology Group has entered $6.42 billion agreement with Crypto.com and Yorkville Acquisition Corp to launch Trump's Media Group CRO strategy, the largest single token corporate treasury in history. The new entity will accumulate CRO tokens, trade on the Nasdaq under the ticker MCGA, and integrate CRO across the Truth Social and Truth Plus platforms as a utility token. The structure includes $1 billion in CRO, about 19% of CRO's total market cap, $200 million in cash, $200 million in warrants, and a $5 billion equity line from Yorkville. In parallel, Trump Media will purchase $105 million worth of CRO in exchange for Crypto.com acquiring $50 million of Trump Media stock and 2.8 million shares. I love it. It's just the things that the elites do behind the scenes is just crazy. You buy my tokens. You buy 100 million worth of my tokens and Trump Media, and I'll buy 2.8 million shares of your company. It's just crazy. The transaction represents the largest corporate treasury deal by market cap ratio in crypto history and signifies a strategic shift towards institutional adoption of altcoins beyond Bitcoin. Unlike MicroStrategy, speculative Bitcoin accumulation, Trump Media focuses on CRO's utility and validator roles. CRO surged 30% and Trump Media stock rose 6% on the news. With relatively small $7.45 billion market cap, CRO offers 5 to 7% staking yields, but also exposes investors to significant volatility and regulatory scrutiny. Let me get the tweet up. This is a story that we were expecting to happen soon, but again, someone else that I've spoken to in the past is Chris from Crypto.com. He's actually the CEO of Crypto.com. Let me go to his account. Go here. Where is it? I don't want to share the private DMs I've had with Chris. That's not what I meant to do. Here we go. Let me see. He did do a X post on it yesterday. Oh, we've got Martyn's link, so he'll be going live very shortly. So I'll wrap this up. Where is it? Here you go. Wondering what the community's view on CRO performance in 2026 under the following scenarios. 200 million existing SPAC cash deployed to buy CRO after transaction completes. 420 million SPAC cash, including warrants proceeds, deployed to buy CRO. 5.42 billion cash warrants, fully utilized line of credit deployed to buy CRO. I mean, they're going a bit crazy now. We are bullish on what happens with Crypto.com, but a big partnership with the Trump family crypto empire expands with Crypto.com partnership. I do still expect this to do well. I think there will be an ETF coming out very shortly. I think this partnership will definitely bring CRO to our target before all of this news was $1. It can certainly be far beyond $1 this time around. Let me just click on this, see what time this is going to start. Yeah, Martyn's ready to go. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Let me just skim through these comments. Avtors have lost their luster. Did you get my message in Discord, Silver, about Sensei, about a Silver Discord channel? Did you get my message in Discord, Sensei, about a Silver Discord channel? A Silver Discord channel? What does that mean? Maybe it's a message request. What was your name? Better Wellness Company. No, where did you send me this message? Better Wellness Company, I didn't. Maybe you can send me a DM or send me a message on general chit chat, and then hopefully I can add you as a friend. I don't know what you're referring to. Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Martyn. I think we're gonna go over to Martyn in a couple minutes time. I think I'm gonna put 40k in NVDA at opening for a short-term trade. Oh God, wow. I don't. The thing is, if you say I don't know, your money, do what you want to do. I'm not gonna sway you one way or another. Do what you want to do. Where's Martyn? He'll be coming live very shortly. Martyn is lurking. Yes, Martyn is here. Depends how short is short. If less than a year, GIC. I'm as conservative as they come, but the Cracker Barrel Karens are a bit too much. Cracker Barrel, I don't know what this is referring to. Is that company? Have they gone woke or what's going on? Yes, they're really good. I'm on number 4. Don't know what you mean. I hate CRO. I hate CRO is not on Robinhood. Oh yeah, no, it's really weird actually. CRO wasn't on any major exchanges even in 2021. Obviously on their own Crypto.com exchange they were. Yeah, it's weird. I don't think obviously exchanges want to promote other exchanges. I like CRO, says Nonny. I like CRO too. The Cracker Barrels are at it again. What is this Cracker Barrel cat? I'm going to go and figure out what this is all about. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel has been in the news lately. What is Cracker Barrel? Oh, they scrapped their new logo. Why have I never heard of it? Is this it's a US restaurant. Let me have a look at this. US restaurant chain Cracker Barrel scraps new logo after backlash. What was their new logo? Was that their new logo? Our new logo, old timer will remain. Scrap the old timer figure. Oh, did people not like the fact that the guy left the picture? I don't know what the controversy is, to be honest. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this restaurant ever. Haven't heard much about Ondo. Any thoughts? I'm just holding it long term. Yeah, there's been good news for it previously. Let's make some money. Yep, today's going to be a very volatile day. It's Crag Sensei. Oh, Crag, you sent me a message. Oh yeah, you have. Sorry, Crag, I didn't realise you're about a wellness company. I didn't put two and two together. I never knew that. Now I know. Crag, okay, yes. I'll reply to you. I'll go have a look at it. What's it about? Oh, right, okay. It's a good idea. I just don't know if our audience is, or the Discord has got enough people interested in it. I'll have a look at it. I'll message you. I'll speak to Martyn. Is crypto bearish on the short term? I've already answered that. How many times have you asked that question? Thanks for all you do. Don't forget the fundraiser. Yes, please, no one forget the fundraiser. Thank you so much for reminding me, actually. That's Martyn's show. If everyone's watching right now, remember, Nvidia earnings is coming up tonight. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be doing this fundraiser. I want to give everyone the link to it. I'm not asking for any donations yet, although a lot of people are already donating, and I really do appreciate that. Zach, our charity partner, is absolutely, he's very emotional at the moment with all the support. There is the link. Just click on that for 1 second. Not asking you to donate or anything. Just click on that link. One thing to do, just press the bell, notify me, so at least you know when we go live, because it's not going to be a very SEO title. It's not going to be something that comes into your page because it's not what the channel's normally does. So I just want at least people to click on it, come into the show, hit the like button when we go live, or even now. But just so you know we go live, just come click that link and press notify me. And also, we've already raised $112. I mean, that's incredible. If you do want to do it, remember, no fees go to YouTube, no credit card fees, nothing comes to me, nothing goes to Martyn. It goes directly to a regulated, approved charity, and the one we're partnering with is Development Alert, someone who's actually been on the show since the very beginning. Okay, one more minute and we'll go to Martyn. It's the shift from a warm atmosphere to modern, and it's not the true bridal of Cracker Barrel. Got my executive meeting this morning with the company's president and vice president. Pray for me. Oh, we will. Crypto CY, good luck to you. Be confident, believe in yourself, and you've got it, mate. You can do it. See you later. Let us know how it goes. Believe in yourself. You've got it. Is crypto bearish on the short term? Oh my god, how many times has the question been asked? Sensei, crackers is a slang for a white man. The Cracker Barrel removing a white old man from the logo is a woke move. Oh, right. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Got it. Understand. They tried to turn a home-style country cooking restaurant gay and it backfired big time. Read the room, CEOs. Yeah. Well, everyone's going one way, aren't they? It's an old 7-star restaurant. They used to change the logo to a very simple barrel shape with the name in it, with a remodel to a modern menu and interior. Obviously, that wasn't a good move, was it? They tried to turn a host on. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes, the fundraiser is for a good cause. Yes, it is. Oh, James is in. I knew he'll come in with the CRO trophy. James, I was talking about you. I was like, James is going to be happy today. Yes, it was super easy to do it this morning. Super easy. Okay, I'm out of here. Cracker Barrel is racist to say if you're a black person saying it to a white person. Well, thankfully, I'm not a black person saying it to a white person. I just said the name of the restaurant. Is XTI worth a look in FTL space? Anyone? Do ask Vaz. He always goes live. He's live on a Saturday. He'll answer a question. Good morning. Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. Going straight over to Martyn. He might even already be live. Anyway, thank you. I was here listening, Sensei. Oh, brilliant, James. Thank you everyone for tuning in. NVIDIA earnings tonight is going to be massive. Stay tuned for that. Martyn is going live right now. You're not going to miss it. No, man, just saying I'm just in, bro. I don't know what you mean. No. Oh, right, okay. Okay, cool. Cracker Barrel is a place for food too. Cool. Thanks, guys. Well, I learned something new today. If I ever come to the US, I know where to go and have a meal. Well, potentially, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go and have a meal there. I don't know. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. Morning forecast show every single morning. Martyn's going live with Nvidia now. Then we're going to have the earnings call. Then the charity event. So much planned. So much to reveal in the next couple of days. Few things we're going to reveal. But take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, 5 minutes before the bell goes, that's your chance to get number 8 out of 10. One of your last ever chances to be part of the merch, the 100k merch. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye.